Hey there, TubeUbers. TJ Pyramid back with another movie review. Uh, and that is of Robocop. Of course, I am a huge fan of the original Robocop. It is in my top 10 films of all time. Absolutely love that film. I can't even count how many times I've seen it. I can pretty much quote it almost scene for scene. Um, So when I heard that they were remaking it, I'm kind of like I am with a lot of remakes of films I love. I did the same thing with like Dawn of the Dead and Evil Dead and all those, Texas Chainsaw, and it's always kind of that, why? Why are you ruining something that's perfect? But I guess in this day and age, you just gotta kind of grin and bear it. You just gotta take it because that's what they're going to do. Whether the fans want it or they don't want it, it doesn't matter. If Hollywood wants to make it, they're going to make it. So, yeah, going into this, I told myself, okay, I need to not even try to compare this with the original. I just need to look at this as like a new film that just happens to be about a cop that's robo. Uh, so that's kind of what I did, and I think that made it a little bit more enjoyable to me. If I would have nitpicked dialogue or scene for scene or how they introduce Robocop or Ed 209, if I would have done something like that, I think it probably would have ruined it for me. But I just took it for what it is, and I enjoyed it. I like I like Joel Kinnaman. He plays a RoboCop. I like him as RoboCop. Uh, they add a little bit more personality, I guess. Maybe not personality, but humanity to this RoboCop, because you pretty much see his face the whole time, unless he's fighting. Then the visor comes down, but you see his face, uh, which adds a little bit more humanity to him. And obviously, when he speaks in this, he doesn't have the robotic voice of the Peter Weller RoboCop. He has just his normal voice, which adds yet again another layer of that humanity of like, this is what this guy is going through, and you almost feel like what he's feeling, that he looks at himself and he's like, wow, this is actually what I am. When the original RoboCop, he was just kind of like there. He was a machine, and there you go. But in this one, he knows what has happened to him. He knows what's going on, and this is directed by Jose Padilla, which I am not really familiar with. I don't think he's done a lot of other. I don't think he's done anything else in Hollywood that I know of. I think he has a couple films out called Elite Squad or something of that nature. Joel Kinnaman, I'm not really familiar of. I know he's pretty big over in Sweden. And Gary Oldman is in this. He plays a doctor, basically the guy that creates the RoboCop that supervises him and treats him. Michael Keaton in this plays the president of the Omnicorp or Omnicore facility, the building in America, China, wherever, that produces, manufactures the Ed 209s, the other cyborgs, and the drone planes and whatnot in this. He owns that company. And Abby Cornish is in this, who the only other thing I know her of is from Sucker Punch. She plays the Joel Kinnaman, the RoboCop's wife. Jackie Earle Haley is a guy in this that works for Michael Keaton's character, and Jackie Earle Haley, of course, played Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, but we'll forget about that reboot. But he's really good in this. He's fun in this. Who else? Jay Baruchel is in this from This Is the End and some other of wacky comedies. Samuel Jackson plays like a TV guy who kind of does his TV show. He kind of promotes things, kind of gets the fire started under politicians and things like that, and basically just causes some trouble. I think that's everybody of note that's in this. Yeah, so in this one here, of course in the original RoboCop, the Peter Weller RoboCop, that Alex Murphy gets taken down by a blaze of gunfire in a really spectacular way that's really unforgettable. In this one, the Joel Kinnaman Robocop kind of gets taken down by a car bomb, which isn't really a spoiler or nothing because, I mean, come on. You know, these guys, something has to happen to turn him into Robocop. But they introduce a villain type guy, and you kind of lose interest in the villain, and you kind of have a feeling, okay, he's not the main villain, he's not going to be the big part, because they really don't show him a lot. So you know there's something else on the back burner that they're going to pull forward on you that's going to reveal another layer to something, someone that is gonna try to mess with RoboCop and what he stands for and what he's doing. So you'll just kind of have to watch the film to see what happens there to build up to who the actual villain in this film is and what they actually try to do to take out RoboCop. The Ed 209 design in this is cool. You see a lot more of the Ed 209s in this than you do in the original one. But they're cool, and the cyborg ones are cool. They're almost look like RoboCop, except they have their full android, full cybernetics. But they're pretty cool. He has a really cool bike he rides around on. His interface, when they show things through his eyes, he's targeting, his thermal vision, whatever is really cool. He has two guns in this. One comes out of the left leg and the right leg. In the original, it was only just the one gun out of the one leg. He has a gun that's very reminiscent of the gun in the original RoboCop that is now a stun type gun, like a 50,000 to 200,000 volt stun gun, and then the other leg comes out like a machine gun, like just a one-handed machine gun that's also a bit reminiscent of the original RoboCop gun. There are certain bits of dialogue in this from the original, like thank you for your cooperation, I wouldn't buy that for $1. Things like that are scattered throughout this film. Even the original RoboCop design in this one kind of harkens back to the original RoboCop suit, so they pay a little bit of a tribute to that, and then of course it moves into the sleeker, blacker look here. But yeah, so there's bits and pieces of the original sprinkled throughout this. And of course, Jose Padilla and the guys who did the RoboCop suit and the producers, everybody in this, you know, respects the original source material. They were all big fans of it, which you find out on the basically half-hour RoboCop Engineered for the 21st Century special feature on this, which is really the only special feature to speak about. It's only 28 minutes long. The other ones are some deleted scenes that don't really matter, and a Omnicore product announcement, which just kind of goes through the different things they make, like this is the Cyborg, 2.3 diameter, blah, 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 blah. This is the ED209, blah, 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 blah. So really the half-hour Engineered for the 21st Century is the best special feature on here, and it's not really anything to shout about, but it is cool to see that they actually do respect the original source material, and they did take that to mind. There's a lot more family involved in this one. If you've seen the original, you know that Alex Murphy's wife and kid and stuff don't play a huge part in the film, but in this one they are a big part of this film. They're definitely in, I'd say at least 60-70% of this film they're in there, his wife and son. So all in all, if I had to compare it to the original RoboCop, no, there's no comparison. And please, when you watch this, don't even try to compare it to the original, because you're going to be gravely disappointed. But for what it is, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to obviously buy it and own it, and I enjoyed it enough to look forward to a sequel, which towards the end they kind of harken that yeah, there's going to be a sequel, because you see a different version of the suit, because let's just say this one here doesn't last. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a sequel. I'm still not a huge fan of reboots and sequels and stuff, but if they're well done and everything, then I'm fine with it. You know, like I said, it's going to happen no matter what. If I like it or not, oh well, it's going to happen. So if they're out there, I'm going to watch them. I'll give them a chance. And yeah, this was enjoyable enough to watch, and I will probably watch it a few more times down the road. There's other just other scenes I want to look a little bit more closely at and stuff. Some of the shooting scenes, and look a little bit more detail of the ED209s and whatnot. But yeah, so I enjoyed RoboCop. Yeah, it was fun. All the characters in it were good. It was well acted. It was well directed. It was well written. So there you go. Check out RoboCop. If you're a big fan of the original, like I am, give it a chance. Go check it out. But like I said, watch it for what it is. Okay, a cop that just happens to be a robot. Don't even try to compare it to the original. But still, give it a chance. Pop it in. Uh, it's a fun film. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's a fun action film. So there we go. So thanks for watching. Comment down below, subscribe, spread the word, and cheers.